The dust motes danced in the lone beam of sunlight, piercing the gloom of the antique shop, each one a tiny world unto itself. It was in this forgotten corner of the city that Leo found it, an ornate, full-length mirror, its frame a tangle of blackened silver and dark, gnarled wood. He ran a hand over the cool, smooth glass, feeling an inexplicable pull, a sense of history and secrets held within. Without a second thought, he paid the shopkeeper and hauled his new possession home. In his minimalist apartment, the mirror was a stark Gothic presence. Leo hung it on the wall opposite his bed and stepped back, appraising his work. He looked into its depths and his own face stared back. Perfectly normal, the familiar lines around his eyes and the slight asymmetry of his smile rendered with perfect fidelity. A few days passed, life went on, and the mirror became just another piece of furniture. Then one evening, as Leo walked past, a flicker of movement caught his eye. He glanced at the mirror and saw his reflection's head turn just a fraction of a second after his own. He stopped, blinked, and shook his head. It must have been a trick of the light, a symptom of his tired mind after a long day. The next afternoon, he was on a conference call, his expression carefully neutral as he listened to his boss drone on. His gaze drifted to the mirror, and a profound chill ran down his spine. The man in the glass was smiling, a cold, thin, predatory smile that held no warmth, no joy. His own face remained a mask of professional boredom. The incidents began to escalate, growing bolder. He would catch the reflection silently mouthing words he wasn't speaking, its lips forming silent, venomous phrases. The feeling of being watched became a constant, oppressive weight on his shoulders, a silent passenger in his own home. The fear reached its peak one moonless night. Leo lay in bed, paralyzed, his eyes locked on the dark surface of the mirror. He watched as the figure within, his figure, slowly raised a hand. It pressed its palm flat against the glass from the inside, its fingers splayed wide in a gesture that was both a plea and a threat. The glass did not fog from its touch. It remained unnervingly clear, a flawless barrier between worlds. A raw scream tore from Leo's throat. He scrambled out of bed, seized the heavy lamp from his nightstand and hurled it with all his might. The lamp crashed against the mirror with a dull thud and bounced off, clattering to the floor, leaving the polished surface utterly unscratched. With trembling hands, he snatched the sheet from his bed and threw it over the mirror, desperate to block the view. The next morning, he awoke to find the sheet folded neatly on the floor. The mirror was clear, gleaming as if it had been freshly polished. Driven to the edge of madness, Leo stood before the mirror one last time. "What do you want from me?" he yelled, his voice cracking with desperation and rage. But this time the reflection didn't copy him. It simply watched, its expression shifting from cold amusement to a look of profound, heartbreaking sadness. Its lips moved, and a faint, ghostly whisper seemed to emanate from the glass itself, a voice of rustling leaves and forgotten memories. "Let me out," it pleaded. "You've had your turn." The camera angle shifts, pulling back from the mirror to focus on the man standing before it. Slowly, a smile spreads across Leo's face, the same cold, thin, predatory smile from before. He was the one who had escaped. He was the doppelganger. He calmly picked up a heavy brass candlestick from the mantelpiece. With a final, decisive movement, he smashed it into the mirror. Shards of glass exploded outward, and the desperate screaming from within the fractured world was abruptly silenced. The reflection was gone, and he was finally truly alone.